Block 4 of Urban Cabin Quilt-A-Long. Now I have a correction on this one, and I'm going to post it also, but I'm going to tell you too. I put the wrong size on the third round. In the picture only. The instructions and the cutting instructions were correct, but I posted the wrong picture. After I made the pattern, I realized that I didn't like that block the way it was. There were 1, 2, 3, 4 at 1.5 inches all in a row. And I liked it changed up more than that. So I went in and changed the third fabric, which is fabric A1, and on the second block it was F1. I changed that one, and then the fourth round, which was B2 and in the black, I made that larger and the other one smaller to give it a more, it made it look better. It wasn't so many of the same. Because this block, it's a lot, I don't like the blocks to look the same. So I like it to be very varied. Okay, so make sure you know that on block 4, that the fabric cuts are right, the picture is wrong. And if you would like to correct that, I have some stickers that I've made. Just let me know and I'll give you a sticker, but if you don't care, then that's fine. Just let me know and I'll send you a sticker. So we want to start out with a 1.5 by 1.5, and then we're going to be putting the 1.5 around it. Okay. Now these seem too long. Oh, it's the yellows I'm supposed to be putting on. Sorry. See, I caught myself. I was putting the wrong ones on. I thought, oh, this is too long, and sure enough, it was. So, I'm supposed to be putting this yellowish, greenish color. It's called pear when I order it. This color is called pear. And, okay, now I'm right. So you use the pear, not the white. White is the next round. And so we're going to go to the dark and add the next one on. Some people just do it by the pictures, and others do it by the measurements. And apparently my pattern testers did it by the measurements, which is good because they didn't have any trouble. And it was me who noticed the picture was wrong. So, because I'm a picture, I go by pictures a lot. I don't like to read instructions, so I do pictures more. So even me, I still look at my instructions, especially when you've got these 10 different blocks. You kind of have to, because you get confused on which block you're on. this is even harder because now you've got two really bigger pieces with a smaller piece in the middle, and that makes it a little bit harder to work with this little space sewing in that tail that was out. Okay, now I'm gonna press this. Pulled. I'm going to sew that a little bit more because I noticed it's kind of gone off. Okay. Okay. There, that's better. Cut these little strings off. All right, now I'll put on the white, and they're the 1-inch pieces. Getting a little heavy-footed. I have a cutter if I touch the back of my pedal, and I keep forgetting and hitting the back when I put my foot off. Okay, now I'm going to press them to the dark. I've been finger pressing. That's why I didn't stop and press after each row, because I'm finger pressing. Sometimes they want to be stubborn. I should have my binding knees out. I use my binding knees to really help get the heat on both sides when you have stubborn seams. So, okay. And now is the black, but this seems awful big. These are awful long. I wonder if I grabbed the wrong ones. These are supposed to be 2 by 6. Oh, and they're 2 by 8. So they are long. Let me see what I have. I grabbed the wrong ones. So I'm just going to cut them really quick to be 2 by 6. But I have to grab a cutter. Right back. Go to my cutting table. Get my cutter. And I probably got the 1 by 6s, but I'll just cut another one just because I don't want to go searching for them. I want to get this done. Okay, let me make sure. Measure twice, cut once. Yes, 2 by 6. Okay. All right. Well, now I have some squares, some 2-inch squares. All right. All right, now, sew these on. That's more like it. I think when I was cutting them, I might have been looking at the next row because the next row was 1 by 8, so I might have gotten that confused. Now if you look at the picture and see what you're doing now, you'll see, I think this looks better. I hope you do too. With the varied widths. Looks much better, doesn't it? Press these out. I kind of finger pressed them, so they should be all in the right spot. Just need to really press them good with the... Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to put on the 5th row, which is the whites. They're 1 by 8. I think it shows. I don't know, that looks awful long. It is. How did I get that wrong? No, it should be 1 by 8. Wonder what these are. These are 1 by 9. Man, I really pulled the wrong ones out. I bet these are the 1 by 8s. Yep, I pulled the wrong ones out. Let me get the right ones. These are my 1 by 8s. Okay. Boy, I thought I was really losing it to have that wrong. Okay, 1 by 8. Didn't need to go that If you go too far, you can just unpick a little bit. Like I just barely went too far, so. So this is pretty much the same as the sequence we've been following. The next one on 5 is, I threw a little different dimension into it. So that one will kind of be fun to do, because you have to really pay attention to what you're sewing. Okay, now I'm gonna press all these in. And I already got the bee done. I wanted to be able to show you what bee looked like when I did this one. So I worked ahead a little bit on all the bees. And now I'm going to do 1x9s around this. And on the last one of this round, and then sew the tail down, and we're almost done. To press so far. We got one last row to go. And we're done with block 4A. So each block should take you about, well, less than a half hour or so, maybe a half hour to do. That's not too bad for a block, I think. Usually blocks can take way longer than that. Depends on what you have to do. If you have a lot of, oh geez. If you have a lot of, I just came unthreaded. If you have a lot of flying geese or anything like that, that can get pretty time consuming, and half square triangles and stuff. I love doing it, but I just also love to do something that I don't have to press and cut and before I can start sewing my block. Sometimes I like to do it this way. Oh, let's see how this is going to work out. Sew this part down. Should be done. All right, now let me just press this, and we're done with this block. All right. And we've got this one done. And block 4B is this one. It's a little wrinkly, isn't it? It was a little shoved in the bag that I put them in. I should have laid them out. All right. Okay, so block 4B and block 4A. All done. All right. Can't wait for you to join us for the next time. Block 5, going to be a little different. So join us if you have any questions. Thank you.